Hi, my name's Professor Silver, and in today's class, we'll break down the history of Iris's Emolga, detailing her transformation from a devious little trickster into Iris's loving companion. This video is brought to you by Liquid IV. Introduced in Emolga the Irresistible, we first meet Emolga while she's swindling food from Patrat. Using her cute appearance, feminine wiles, and attract, she laughably succeeded with ease. For all intents and purposes, she was a greedy glutton who loved to indulge her appetite. Smart enough to understand long-term returns, she often had her thoughts characterized by complex yet hilarious thought bubbles. During her first appearance, she befriended Axew so as to get apples from Iris. Unfortunately for the electric flying type, her plan fell to pieces when Bianca tried to obsessively catch her with her Minccino. Discharge and Attract stopped Minccino's advances, but Oshawott disrupted the battle before it concluded. Oddly thinking that overdosing on Attract would impress Emolga, all it did was cover her escape. Rather than fawn over Oshawott after she escaped, she pined over life with Iris, the provider of apples. Axew and Iris followed Emolga, but Bianca disrupted their reunion before the two fell for her scheme. As a result of Bianca's presence, Emolga ran off and found herself lost in a forest of Woobat. Axew and Iris were also lost, so she joined forces with them in order to defend herself from wild Pokemon. Emolga initially saw Axew and Iris as survival tools, but she eventually viewed them as friends. Like Iris, she couldn't resist Axew's innocent heart. Her usage of hidden power bonded her with Axew, but also attracted the attention of Woobat. The encounter offered Emolga ample growth, as it showed she had the capacity for goodness. Attract and Discharge distracted Woobat just long enough for Oshawott and Pikachu to save the day. After Emolga celebrated the victory, she asked to join Iris on her journey, likely so as to get free food. Despite her request, adjusting to life with Iris was no walk in the park. In Emolga and the new Volt Switch, it surprised her when Iris suggested they train rather than eat and rest. Although she subdued Bianca's Pignite, she was too lazy to fight Minccino and tagged herself out for Excadrill. Iris forgave Emolga for the first usage of Volt Switch, but lost her composure the second time around. Not only did Emolga's antics anger Iris, but it also severely annoyed Ash's Snivy. Snivy was disgusted by Emolga's sloth-like behavior, so the grass type ratted on the Squirrel when she stole and caused a fight. Even though Iris falsely believed Emolga to be innocent, Snivy refused to let the evil deed go unpunished. To make sure that Emolga caused no more trouble, Snivy followed her while their friends napped. It was for the best, as Emolga put Oshawott and Axew in danger by claiming that Watchog had bullied her. Oshawott fell for the lie and stole some apples, but accidentally awoke a Simisear in the process. Although Emolga initially refused to help, Snivy's determination, Iris's encouragement, and Axew's fear gave her the strength she needed to aid her friends and pummel the fire type with hidden power. When the scuffle nearly ended in Simisear's demise, Emolga revealed her goodness within by saving it. She thanked Snivy for her help thereafter, but they never stopped having a rocky relationship. In many of the episodes where they both appeared outside their Pokeball, they bickered intensely. Examples include Facing Fear with Eyes Wide Open and Movie Time, Zorua in The Legend of the Pokemon Knight. Before we tackle the rest of Emolga's adventures, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor Liquid IV. I absolutely love Liquid IV. I've probably had a packet a day for at least the past 3 months. It hydrates more efficiently than water alone, so it's perfect for keeping you healthy. All you have to do is take one of these portable packets, pour it into water, mix, and enjoy. Some of the awesome flavors include strawberry, watermelon, passion fruit, and caramel apple. My voice gets exhausted whenever I talk for too long, so I drink it almost every time I record. If you ever wondered why I look so energetic in some of my videos, you can thank Liquid IV. Because it boosts my energy, I also use it whenever I'm working out. It has 3 times the electrolytes as regular sports drinks, so it's just the thing I need to get through my workouts. For those of you over 21, it's also fantastic at preventing and treating hangovers. Whenever I like to party, I make sure to always have a few packets handy. If you want to try Liquid IV for yourself, use my code ALEXSILVER for 25% off your purchase. And now back to Emolga's history. Feuding with Snivy did little to help Emolga's battle skills, so she was instead forced to train with Iris. She hated to train, but no matter how many times she refused to fight, Iris never gave up on her. To get out of battling, Emolga would often use Volt Switch at the start of a match. This happened in Archeops in the modern world, and in the black and white Victini films. It wasn't until the club battle in Cylon vs. Trip, Ash vs. Georgia that her training finally took hold. Opposite a Watchog, she won out with Attract and Hidden Power. During the next round in the club battle Hearts of Fury Emolga vs. Sawk, she fought a significantly more powerful opponent. At the battle's start, Sawk repelled Attract, bulked up, evaded Hidden Power, and landed Double Kick. Emolga retaliated with Hidden Power, but Sawk shrugged it off and countered with Close Combat. Emolga's static ability left Sawk paralyzed, but he soldiered onward with Double Kick. Right as all seemed lost for Emolga, Iris saved her by commanding Attract until Sawk's paralysis took hold. Once Sawk could no longer move, Emolga established herself as a major threat and won with Volt Switch. The win was especially impressive because Emolga didn't know a single flying type attack. Thereafter, Emolga followed Iris's fighting orders, became more helpful as a Pokemon, and often appeared to provide utility support. Some of her good deeds include defending a female Axew and lost at the Stamp Rally, searching for Axew and lost at the League, and teaming with Iris's other Pokemon to calm a Hydreigon in a village homecoming. One of her most notable acts of kindness was teaching a gang of Maractus how to jump in a Maractus musical. The scene is hilarious because it showed that her powers of manipulation could be put to good use. Thanks to her willingness to train, she also helped Ash's Swadloon evolve in battling the Leaf Thieves. Inducing evolution originally pleased her, but she begrudged her help after Leavanny gave her a leaf. Though neither Emolga nor Snivy liked their gift, they put aside their feud when Durant stole Axew. Alongside the rest of the gang, they rescued Axew by combining their forces and defeating Durant. Providing help gave Emolga immense satisfaction, but she never stopped acting like a diva. In All for the Love of Meloetta, for example, she clashed with Oshawott rather than care for the mythical Pokemon. Her intention was to provide help, but her collision with the love-struck Oshawott resulted in a fight instead. She also showed self-absorbed behavior in Crisis at the Chargestone Cave and battling the Bouffalont. While Emolga rejected Oshawott's neediness in the former, she expressed intense vanity over a wig in the latter. In Beauty's battling for pride and prestige, she converted her deviousness into ambition. A flower garden troupe insulted her and Snivy, so they completed several tests to prove their elegance.
Snivy, am I?
During the test, Emolga pushed a Lilligant into mud using its flying prowess and fought a Roserade. Opposite Roserade, Emolga started off by dodging Poison Sting, missing Discharge, and narrowly evading Bullet Seed. After using Hidden Power and Discharge, she then dodged Bullet Seed and nearly fell in the mud. Energy Ball proved a great threat, but she took flight, let off Discharge, and triumphed with Hidden Power. Since Snivy also won her battle, the two celebrated together, showing the potential of their friendship. Beyond improving her bond with Snivy, the feud with the troupe readied her for battle in new places, familiar faces. Alongside Silent Stunfisk, she battled Pikachu and a new trainer's Tepig. Although she performed admirably during the double battle, she was no match for a Rotom, so she retreated without a win. If that wasn't bad enough, Iris doubted her sincerity in Team Rocket's shocking recruit. Because she shocked Oshawott and Scraggy for annoying her, Iris thought her mean and totally undisciplined. It dismayed Emolga for Iris to react so negatively, because her shocks were motivated by the Pokemon's rudeness. Iris gave Emolga another chance thereafter, but when Axew got hurt during playtime, the trainer blew up at her.
Apologize right now.
Not realizing that Axew's paralysis stemmed from a Galvantula, or that Emolga was just trying to protect him, she yelled at Emolga so much that the Elisquirrel flew off into the forest to seethe in her anger. After a blast of wind sent Emolga flying into Team Rocket's campsite, she entered into battle with the trio's Pokemon. Using Discharge and Hidden Power, she defeated all 4 of them with ease. She then joined Team Rocket as their newest recruit, as she wanted to play a cruel joke on Iris. Adorably, her first act as a dastardly villain was to insert herself into Team Rocket's motto. After her cuteness stole the scene, she disappointed Iris and enraged Snivy by trying to kidnap Axew. Snivy tried to stop the kidnapping, but ultimately failed as their resulting scuffle woke up and explode. Upon returning to Team Rocket's base camp, Emolga revealed that she only pretended to join Team Rocket so as to grab Iris's attention, pull a vicious prank, and return to her as a parading hero. Before Emolga could surprise Iris, however, Iris learned of her mistake by sensing Axew's memories. Because Iris then apologized to Emolga, the Pokemon turned against the trio and thwarted their scheme. To do so, she protected Axew from Explode and fled for her life. As soon as the crisis was averted, Emolga reconciled with Iris and returned to playtime with Axew. After Iris finished traveling through the Decalore Islands, she left Ash and embarked on a new journey of her own. Before her return in Journeys, she became Unova champion, likely thanks to the help of Emolga. During the Thrash of the Titans, Emolga reconnected with Pikachu, illuminated the gym, and sat on the sidelines while Iris battled Ash. As of this very moment, there hasn't been any information on whether Emolga will ever battle again. With a little hope, she and Excadrill will soon prove why they're just as vital to Iris's role as champion as Haxorus and Dragonite. Now that we've covered her history to date, let's get to her battle record. Emolga beat 10 Pokemon and lost to none. Her biggest threats were Stefan's Sawk and Cher's Roserade. Move-wise, Emolga used Attract, Discharge, Hidden Power, and Volt Switch. Emolga is the queen of the Pika clones. She's adorably funny, wickedly devious, and perfectly manipulative. What I love most about her is the constant scheming and intricate thought bubbles. Her personality along with her win ratio make her one of the anime's greatest characters. Without her, Black and White would be far less enjoyable. And on that high note, class is adjourned. I want to extend a special thanks to both Liquid IV and the channel's patrons for their support. To watch class early and get exclusive perks, sign up for Patreon via the link in the description. For other ways to support the channel and get extra credit, like this video, comment your thoughts, subscribe, and hit the bell so you're never late to class. Until next time, catch you later.